Good morning, everyone. The feast today is for Saint Andrew Kim Taigon and Paul Chang Hassan and companions, who were all martyrs. Between the 18th century and the 19th century, over 10,000 Christians were martyred. That's crazy. An average of 10,000, average of 1,000 a year. Today, 103 of those Korean martyrs are celebrated. And I think, during the times when there was such horrible oppression, the amazing thing is that Christianity continued. In fact, it thrived. And it's interesting that in the history of the church, often it is in times of oppression the church is strongest. It's in times when things are easygoing, the church is weakest. We should consider that perhaps. In Luke's Gospel today, we see it's Luke's Gospel chapter 7. Jesus says, "What description can I find for the men of this generation?" They seem to find any excuse to criticize the wisdom of God's way. And isn't that true today? We find any excuse to criticize God's wisdom because it doesn't suit us. Well, not all of us. Doesn't suit some people. And so they find it's easier to criticize. And so it was in the times of the martyrs, that people didn't like to be criticized. People were oppressed. People were held down. But some people who disagree with it would simply say, well, I'm indifferent towards that. As I've said to you before, it saddens me a lot. I was going to say it worries me, but it certainly saddens me a lot to see that some parents have become indifferent about raising their children in the faith, which is essentially the promise that they made at the baptism. Do you promise to raise your children in the faith? Oh, yes, we do. And yet people have drifted from that. And they feel that they can criticize now the church, criticize God's way, because they found a more convenient way of living. Oh, that's the cynical side of me coming out today. I do apologize for that. But we need to think about these things and to take them seriously. So look after yourselves, and we'll see you again. God bless. Bye-bye.